Happy Tuesday, everyone. Yes, I hope you all saw my last video of me playing my ukulele. Anyway, I just thought I'd do something different to maybe spark the whole flame again of all this baking that we're doing. Well, I did find a recipe that I saw on Facebook, and it's another recipe for sausage and peppers. Now, sausage and peppers can be cooked together. You know, you get your sausage that is like maybe Italian sausage, whatever kind you like. You slice up all your little peppers. And I also put onions in that recipe. So I made this recipe up, and I thought, okay, what can I add to it to make it just really different? Not just have sausage and peppers. It's kind of boring, I think, sometimes when you just do it that way. So what I've done is I will take it out of the oven so you can see what I've done. I took my sausage and I took it out of the casings. I had Italian sausage, so I took it out of all the casings that were in the sausage bag, and I went ahead and I chopped them up a little bit. You can see I chopped them up and I lay them in this pan. Then I took my peppers that I had these peppers in the freezer, took them out, cut them up a little bit too. So now you have your sausage and your peppers. But then I added my onion to it with a lot of different seasonings and put them in to bake for about a half hour. They've been in there for about that long. And so now what I'm going to do is wait a little bit, because they're not quite done enough for me to. I'm having problems with this thing today. There we go. They're not quite done enough for me to add anything else to it. But you know, when you have pizza, sometimes you like sausage and peppers and onions on your pizza, right? Why not make sausage and peppers and onions in the oven and just be creative and do something different with it? Well, I'm copying, so I'm copying the recipe that this person did. I don't even know who they were. But anyway, they put it on. And you could add whatever you want to this, whatever you want, and make it delicious. So I boosted my temperature up to 400 degrees now, letting it cook a little bit longer. And the plan is to now make it look like a pizza without the crust, right? But it'd be so good. Oh, it'll be so good. Your Prego. I'm going to add to that, once this is hot enough and getting brown enough, I'm going to sprinkle some Prego on top of that. And then, of course, on top of that, you have to have your mozzarella cheese. Gotta have it, right? Yeah. Now, if you've got mushrooms or laying around somewhere, or any other vegetables laying around somewhere, by all means, add them to this. And this would be an incredible dinner. And that's going to be our dinner for tonight. I thought something different. You know, you just get in a rut and you want to do something different. I don't know. Anyway, so now my next step is going to be to see what this looks like. Take it back out of the oven. 400-degree oven is pretty hot. So most of the ingredients that I put in this are pretty much, I'll show you now. They are pretty much cooked. See? So what I'm going to do now is sprinkle my pasta sauce over top, just like this. Thinking that you got a little pizza, but it's not a pizza. You know, you don't have to put a lot in there. But you do want to add your cheese. So, if I can get my thing opened up here. Hold on. I'm going to have to... Okay, I'm going to have to switch gears. You know, I don't work too well because I don't have my little video stand up. I've got it open. Okay, now we're going to go back to... There we go. So now I'm getting my mozzarella simple, and you know, it's such a recipe that I never would have thought of doing. You know, we get stuck in the same recipes that we do all the time, and we just don't think that there's any other way that it's going to work. You make your peppers and sausage and onions, and there you go. So that's what it looks like now. Okay, I'm going to put it back in the oven, and we'll let it get nice and cooked, and all that mozzarella cheese nice and mixed and melted. That's going to be so good. Okay, hold on. I'll be back. Okay, I had my sausage and peppers and onions baking and getting beautifully covered with mozzarella cheese. So I'm going to take it out now. So I had my tomato sauce sparingly put on. I didn't put a lot all cover it, but I put it on so that it would just be visible. And then I put the mozzarella cheese on top of that. Let me just show you it's like now. So it's pretty much melted. Now, what I might choose to do, and you don't have to do this, but what I enjoy doing is putting some Parmesan cheese, excuse me, Parmesan cheese on top of that. And that'll just all melt in also. Doesn't that look good? I think that's a really good dinner. Yeah, I believe it is. Okay, so I'm going to share that right now. I'm going to get a spoon to put some in my little dish that I have here so that we can try and test it out. So I've got a little bit of everything on my spoon. Okay, there's some, oh, the cheese looks so good. And a couple peppers and some onions. Oh. Now, when you're doing this too, you always want to add a little bit more of your cheese to that. Let's bring it over here. Let's see what it looks like. So now, the part we enjoy the most. We're going to taste it. Okay. You see that? All right, I'm going to... Look. That is so good. The only thing that's missing is some Italian bread. Toasted Italian bread with this would be so delicious. Let me finish chewing my sausage. It's so good. But you always need something to wash it down with. Here it is, folks. Here's your glass of wine. Enjoy your evening.